The question of the day is, what makes you feel loved? And I feel loved when I feel heard. And I think the biggest problem with me is I don't want to have to ask for the things that make me feel loved, because then it's no longer, they're no longer noticing it. Like, I am not a hard person to read. I am not a hard person to make happy. I can be happy anywhere, and I can be happy with anything. And it's the tiniest treats in the world that bring me joy. My mother was actually amazing at doing this for me. I don't know if that was her love language, but she always made me feel heard, and she always made me feel like I mattered. And that's how I feel loved. Like, I don't want to have to tell you that I've been, how do I say this? Because I don't want it to sound weird. Like, if I mention, all right, how do I want to say this? Like, if if anybody that loves me knows, I like to have my nails done. It makes me feel pretty. It makes me feel put together. And so if you got me nail stuff for my nails, I am going to be happy about that. Everybody that knows me knows that I like to hike. I like to walk. I don't get to hike as much as I used to because I'm not a huge fan of hiking alone, and my husband can't really hike anymore. But if I get the opportunity to do those things, to hike or something like that, if that's to me as I feel love. And like, the perfect example is, I have a friend of mine. I haven't seen her in so long, but we got to catch up a week or so ago. We were at another friend's birthday party, and we're getting ready to take our 6-month road trip, right? And so I had mentioned, like, our first stop, because we have it planned through our first stay, and our first stay is going to be in Idaho. And she's like, oh, that's where, I think she said that's where she's from, but she's very familiar. She lived there anyways. And so she's like, where at? And I told her. She's like, oh yeah, I definitely know that area. And so at the time I didn't really think about it, but later I was like, hey, what is there to do around there? I'm really interested. This is the kind of stuff like we're interested in. And oh my goodness, this woman nailed it. Like, everything she did was like absolutely perfect for what me and my husband like to do. And I felt so loved because of that. Because and the funny thing is with it is, most people, like, if somebody would have asked me about the same area and said, what is there to do? I would have been reluctant to give those same things. Just because they're basic things. They're like, one of them was, there's this, I think she called it a reservoir that you can go to, and there's a whole bunch of snails in it. And it's just like, apparently just peppered with snails. And that's like perfect. That is so up my alley. And I don't know, I just felt so seen and so loved, and so like, she got me. And that's how I feel loved. That's, when people see me and when people get me, I feel loved. My daughter's also really good at that. My youngest daughter, she does such an amazing job at making me feel seen and feel loved. And really, for me, being loved is just being seen.